slab. Before you even touch clay, you need to make a few decisions. The first decision that you need to make is what template are you going to use? How much clay you choose will depend on how big the template is. The bigger the template, the more clay that you need. So once you figure out your template, it's a good idea to know what wood piece you're gonna press into it so that when it comes time to actually press the plate, you don't run into, I wish my wood piece could have been bigger or smaller. And according to the template that you choose, it will kind of determine how big the wood piece will be. So rolling out the slab. These are thickness strips. They call them thickness strips because they are a certain thickness. The thickness that we want is about 1/4 inch. So these stop you from rolling the clay any thinner than the thickness of the thickness strips. So you need the thickness strips, you need a clean rolling pin, and you're gonna also need a chunk of clay. Whether you are rolling out the slab by hand or you are using the slab roller, you want to start with the clay as wide as the template that you choose. So before I even start rolling, I want to pound this clay out to be the width of the template. So at the widest part, this slab should at least be that long. After that, I can get the length by rolling it without having to maneuver the clay too much. It's a little bit easier to do. Well, actually, if you use the slab roller, you have to have the width. If you're rolling by hand, you can rotate the slab to make it larger in all directions, but the slab roller will make things longer. It will not make things wider. So if you choose to use the slab roller, you need to pound the clay out to be at least the width of the template. All right, so my clay is as wide as my template is, so now I can start to roll with the rolling pin, or at least I can start to give this slab some length. My clay is a little bit tough. If your clay is a little tough, this step might not work for you. I'm gonna try it anyhow, but if you have soft clay, throwing out the slab is easier than using the rolling pin to start off. So while it is still relatively thick, we're gonna just throw the slab out. The idea here is that you are throwing it away from you and then bringing it back towards you, and it sticks to the surface that you're throwing it out on, and it starts to get longer. Like I said, this clay is a little tough, so I don't really anticipate that it's going to do that. It's getting a little bit bigger. All right, I'm going to go right with the rolling pin. So my thickness strips are on the side. I have a lot to go, so I'm not really too worried about using these. One of the biggest mistakes that people do when rolling with the rolling pin is they roll right off of the clay. And what that will do, it will cause a ramp to form at the edge of the clay, and it will start to get really thin on the edges. So to avoid that, roll in the middle. I see a lot of people rolling like this. If you roll like that, you're asking the clay to get stuck to the surface that you're working on. So give it like 2 good rolls, pick it up, flip it over, and give it a little throw. I already know that I have the width, so I'm not concerned about getting that. So if it starts to get longer this way, I just kind of squish it back in. So at this point, my rolling pin is touching both of the thickness strips, so I am at 1/4 inch. I can't make this clay any larger. My template fits on, so we're good. Before you do anything, before you put your template on, before you start to cut anything, you need to compress the clay. Compressing the clay does a couple of things. The first and most obvious thing it's going to do is it's going to make your surface go from looking ugly to looking nice and smooth. So if you look at the surface of this clay right now, it's very cracked. So compression will get rid of that. The second thing that compression does is it compresses the clay and makes it stronger. Sometimes when you press plates, there's a lot of pressure that's put around the edge where you actually press the plate, and a lot of cracking can happen. If you compress, it's less likely that it will happen. There are some other instances and other types of things that you could do that will encourage cracking, but we'll talk about that when we go to press the plate. Make sure that you can press both sides, and then before you cut out your template, you want to make sure that you release the clay. Releasing the clay just means to lift it up to make sure that it does not stick to the surface that you are working on. All right, the next step is going to be to cut out your template. The clay should be nice and compressed. I find the easiest way to cut out the template, particularly with the scalloped edges, because there's so much little cutting that has to happen, is to use a pin tool as opposed to a knife. Make sure you're holding the pin tool straight up and down, and you're just gonna go around the edge. If you start to change the tool on an angle, you'll start to get an edge that goes out on an angle. So you want to make sure that you keep the tool straight up and down, and then occasionally just peel off or pick off the clay that gets stuck on the edge of the tool while you're cutting. So I usually do about 3, and I'll start to notice that there's a big chunk of clay on my pin tool, and I just take it right off. I can take my template off, and I'm just gonna make a little line and take all the excess clay off. Immediately go dip this in the water bucket next to where we keep the clay and put it back in the bin. When you dip it in the water bucket, it gets it nice for the next person to use. If it's really soft and you throw it in the water bucket, it means that I have to recycle it, and it's not necessary at this point. So if you could just dunk it in the water bucket, put it back in the clay bin, and it'll be ready for somebody to use in the next period class. Or at least will be ready for me to run it through the pug mill without too much work. All right, so at this point, you might be looking at your edges and thinking that they look all choppy. Don't worry about them. Once you press the plate and the clay is set up a little bit more, it's going to be easier to clean up those edges. So once you roll out the slab, use the template and the pin tool to cut out the template from the clay. You want to wrap your clay up. You want to get this much done in one period. So at this point, you're going to wrap your clay up, and you want to wrap it up like you're suffocating it, so that the plastic bag is suctioned to the clay piece. There should be no air in the bag that you're wrapping it up in. So if you can put it into a plastic bag, great. If not, just take a plastic bag and put it on top of it, and then make sure that you really press the plastic right into it, fold the edges over, and then just make sure that when you put it on the shelf, you put it on in such a way that the edges are tucked under and no air is getting to your clay. The next class, when you come in, you can unwrap it, and we'll start to talk about how we let it dry out just a little bit before we actually press the plate.